All right, we're on towards our next run of the day, which is going to be a Ori in the Blind Forest Definitive Edition Randomizer bonus light random spawn hard blackout bingo run. Oh goodness sake, I think we're mixing some Street Fighter words with their like Turbo featuring Dante May Cry from the featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. I don't know, but anyway, with us we have Ernesto.
Hello.
And we also have what looks like 2Kill on commentary.
Hello.
So, can you explain what kind of logic you have for the hard blackout bingo here?
Yeah, sure. So Ori is, as the second part, a Metroidvania, so putting a randomizer on top of that is kind of what you would expect. And the hard bingo just says do more stuff, pretty much. The random spawn, also pretty self-explanatory, does exactly that. Bonus light, well, that is just a bit of bonus items that you can pick up that are not in the base game, like, for example, skill velocities. So hopefully that will turn up so we can actually save the marathon schedule.
But one thing we're not going to see, unlike with the other Oi run, is Shrek, which is unfortunate. But either way, are you both are you both ready to go with this run?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are ready.
All right then. Then I will count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so I haven't actually looked at the board, so let's do that. We have 2 starting squares since it is Discovery Bingo, Stomp Packs, and Touch this map alter Blackroot. One of these things is a bit harder than the other because it requires a special skill called Stomp, so we will probably not see that for a while. However, this start also just suggests that we will not get into Blackroot anytime soon. This is Fallen Ruins, which actually is really nice. Normally you would require a certain key item to be able to get into this area, so just having access from the start can be really helpful. But it also means that you don't expect a lot of skills early on because you have this orb that is kind of your main mechanic of moving around. So yeah, we will have to see what we can find here. Starting with a bit of extra resources is nice though, because, well, just having more life. This frog is one of the worst ones in the game because it's one of the only ones that deals 5 damage. Like, just straight up one-shots you if you start here, and you have to be very careful about it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was just what's gonna happen. Since we started with wall jump, we can use it to maybe not die to him as often, but you can see he's really annoying.
Yeah, this area does a lot of damage. It's made for the late game, so everything hurts.
Yeah, but it's like one of 2 frogs that deals this much damage, so it's an especially... especially if you don't have any ways to avoid him, like no double jump to be able to dodge the shot, no bash to just bash around him, nothing. Yeah, it's a hard time, especially if that's like how you start. So maybe, and you can also see that he is fairly tanky. We just shoot at him for a long time, and okay, he's dead. Good save.
First obstacle passed.
And what is also good to note is that since this is a Metroidvania, we will see most of the board completed by the end of the run. Like in the last 10-15 minutes, most of the goals will be completed. The start is just to gain skills and teleporters to move around the map quickly. So hopefully we'll get one of these skills soon. We also have 1 mapstone already. Those are important for numerous reasons. One, there could be a goal saying put in mapstones, but more importantly there could be skills or any other important item on there. Oh.
Right.
Also, a major difference between this game and the second game of the Ori franchise is that this game doesn't have autosaving. So you have to manually save, and although it is the first skill that gets introduced to you, it is one of the hardest to master. Just keeping in mind that you have to constantly save, and saving costs energy. Yeah, it's really tough, especially in the beginning of a randomizer seed.
Yeah, and we found Swamp Teleporter there, so it is an important pickup.
Yes. Swamp Teleporter gives us access to pretty much the entire right side of the map. We only need some kind of blue breakage, so skills that break blue walls or blue plants to really have the right side open to us. So that's kind of a very common start for randomizer seeds. But yeah, I definitely approve continuing here because there could be something else. Ooh, that's always neat.
Yes, more health is always. You can take more hits.
Also, there is an ongoing war, well, not war, but an ongoing discussion in the Ori community what the better escape music theme is. So, Ernest, which one do you prefer? Like Ginso Tree or Forlorn Escape?
It's a hard, but I think it's Forlorn.
Yeah, I'm personally Team Ginso. Don't mind the square, that is totally normal. Textures are weird. Okay, so this is Swamp TP. It gives fast access to multiple areas of the game. It is used in the speedrun as well. Just a really good TP to have. However, getting around here is fairly slow because you can see that it is really out of the way of anything. And also, we don't have Shrek. We have a fairly similar main antagonist. This is Kuro. We normally in the base game meet her before and get an explanation on why she is so mad, but just take her as the main antagonist and yeah.
We do not like lore.
Yes.
And as you saw, when I went to the Swamp TP, I used a key binding we put in the randomizer called Alt-R, which makes it so we can get out of all the situations. And in this version, you can just go to any teleporter you have unlocked.
Yeah, and it is important to note that there's the random warps as well, which just add a teleporter pretty much. So those will also appear on the teleporter menu once we get one of them. There's between 4 and 8 in the seed, so we don't know that for sure. There's a variety of places they can send you, and some more helpful than others. Some literally give you access to one pickup if you're unlucky. Some just give you access to an entirely new area. Yeah, that one is a funny one. That's one spawns you in the middle of the escape, so you can choose whether you want to go towards the top and towards Swamp, or downwards and towards the start of the escape. You can't really go further because it's blocked, but you have access to the inner swamp part that the end of the escape teleports you to. For now, it's not really helpful. You're supposed to have bash in this escape, and since we don't have that, we only have wall jump. Can't really do much. But yeah, we're heading towards Swamp. There is unfortunately no Shrek in the Swamp. Maybe we can implement that. There's a Zelda reference there, though. We will maybe get to that. This game has a bunch of Easter eggs. One of the more noticeable is a Triforce in an area. The way you
There's
can...
also a warp pipe somewhere.
Yeah, and we will see whether... Well, when you get there, you will probably get there. So this is the Swamp Loop. It's a loop that you can take in Swamp. We are very creative as a community with our names.
Don't have to it. Oh no.
Unfortunately, Ernest tried to skip a cutscene there, but didn't quite. I think it auto-saves, but not sure.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have Rekindle.
Yeah.
So there's a skip called Rekindle Skip, and you kind of need the ability Rekindle to use it.
Yeah, as you saw
where
the first time, the door closed, but with this trick, the door stays open.
Yeah, exactly. You just pretty much save again after starting the cutscene, and the game thinks you've already seen the cutscene. A tech upgrade just multiplies your damage, so that is nice for the entirety of the run. There's this log underwater that you can see that is really annoying to swim around, so got it this time. Now killing all the enemies will be a bit faster. Still fairly slow with only Sign as our attack damage. This floaty orb around Ori is called Sign. We completely shut Sign up in the randomizer. Like, normally, Sign just explains numerous stuff around the world for you. But yeah, if you, in the base game, turn off your UI, Sign shuts up. We just completely eradicated Sign from talking.
Yeah, and this rekindle skip made it so I can move during the cutscene instead of just skipping it. Okay.
Gandalf
is being
really
annoying.
is not nice to you. Gandalf doesn't let you pass.
Yeah,
We
so
have
we don't
nicknames
have
for-
Gandalf, but we do have. We don't have Shrek, but we do have Gandalf.
Yeah. Oh, we should name a slime honorary Shrek. Totally. It should be a swamp slime for sure. Huh. Something to think about. Okay, this is Moon Grotto. It is one of the early game areas, so in the first part you're only supposed to have wall jump for a movement. In the second part you're supposed to have double jump, which you get in that area in the base game. Let's see if it has anything. Normally you want to have blue breakage. There's a lot of blue plants that you can break with it, and that all hold a pickup in the randomizer. But since we don't have that, we will have to skip on those pickups for now. And yet again, we don't really go towards golds just yet because it would be slow and for the most part not even possible. We can't really access the Blackroot altar or stomp pegs.
Stomp to peg. The stomp to peg.
I mean, you can use Igor to stomp some pegs, but
without bash.
I mean, it's possible. I think you can go to Buttercell without any skill. In theory. Not something you would ever want to do. There was another save anywhere where you opened your ability menu, and whenever you skill something there, you save. And in that case, the bridge just propels you upwards, so we can check those two pickups. This time around, they are nothing, but sometimes they are really important. Getting keystones is
the water
good.
vein can be a bingo board, so nice
Yes.
to do it anyway.
Yes. Ooh, third energy. Oh.
Standing on some spikes, don't worry.
They're tasty, don't worry, nothing wrong with it.
Wall jump, Ori, wall jump. Sometimes walls don't like when you jump on them.
Yeah, especially grotto walls are notorious for that. This game is very precise about its geometry, as in, whenever a wall looks wonky, it is wonky. So
Whenever you think there might be a ledge, there probably is a ledge.
That too. So this is the Grotto mini-boss. The attack upgrade really helpful here. Normally you are supposed in the vanilla game to have a skill called Charge Flame, which enhances the Spirit Flame and deals a lot more damage, but we have to do it the slow way. But we got it now. And it is a possible goal, so that is always neat.
Yeah, and also there might also be goals that says open so many purple doors, which this helps for as well.
Exactly. And we have 4 energy now, so we could get towards Blackroot. We could also get to the map altar, but it isn't that high priority for now. There's a lot more that we can do, and that is a bit faster to do, so we will focus on that.
Just some experience.
Yeah, this is a slow start. whenever you start with wall interaction on the right side, especially in swamp, yeah, that can take a while because pretty much the base game expects you to move around with wall jump through the entire right side. So, yeah, you can do that obviously in the randomizer as well. However, I would say your resources are really nice this seed. Like comfy XP as well, but mostly comfy health, comfy energy.
Yeah, definitely for the right side. Everything does not hurt too much, so you can take some damage, and with just much more energy, you can save much more.
Okay. I love the hint system. Because of random spawn still putting you towards glades, and since you spawned in Forlorn, you got the Gumon seal in glades, even though it was at the start of the seed. To be clear, the random spawn feature has only been added fairly recently, like 2 or 3 months ago, probably, maybe a bit more. So it is still after like years that the randomizer has been around. Weird to see what kind of stuff it does and what it changes. But now we're using those 4 energy, or rather 5 energy we have now to take the so-called death gauntlet backwards. I'm not actually sure if you can do
There's
that.
spikes there.
You might be able to grab onto the right wall and then wall jump from it.
Okay, I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay, I'm not sure how much you can do there. We
There
will
might
see.
be 1 or 2 pickups.
Are they in logic? I didn't pay attention.
I don't know. What is logic?
Yeah, but are the warps in logic is what I'm asking.
Oh, I think they
Ooh.
are in logic. Warps are in logic.
Yeah, then that might have
yeah,
been
that
logic.
was logic.
Yeah, this is so-called. This is the so-called blue break, or one of the options, and actually one of the most powerful ones in a bingo setting, because it's one of those things that uniquely locks certain things. There's 2 skills in the entire game that uniquely lock things. One of them is Stomp that we need for the board, since we have to stomp pegs. And there's only so many Frumkeys you can use for that. And then the other one is Grenade. There's a bunch of lanterns throughout the world that can only be activated using Grenade. This is the so-called Glide Vault. We called it Glide Vault because Glide has been here in a tournament twice. And as you can see, there's a bunch of slimes that we have to maneuver around. And hopefully not die. This is, of course, way easier once you have more skills, but we kind of have to deal with what we have. There's also various goals on the board, possibly, that require us to collect a certain amount of health, or pickups from health cells, pickups from energy cells, and there is a health cell at the top, so... Not only does it have possible progression, because this is definitely something the randomizer expects you to do. Oh, you got some help. Nice. Yeah, drops in this game in terms of health and energy, I think it's like 30% for health, 10% for slimes. Slimes, please be nice. Grotto walls also, please be nice. The wonky walls.
Nice today. The slime is rolling.
Yep, the slime is having a great time.
Oops.
You will get it. I believe in you.
The slimes don't believe in me.
Yep. It's also one of these situations where you could technically do other stuff, but these dang slimes, they challenge you.
And then you just want to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is just a culmination of terrible slime position with combined with just terrible walls that just you can't wall jump off. They are that terrible. Oh,
Slimes are dead.
yes.
We made it. 33 experience.
Not surprised. Usually when you spend that much, it's nothing. Okay, so you see all these blue petrified plants, as we call them. We can break them using grenade. So even though we've been here before, we have to go again and get
The
those.
ability cells.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I'm wondering if dash is early, maybe?
No.
Ooh. I don't think you can keep it. Yeah.
Do we have time for a quick message?
Yes, we
We
do.
do.
All right, thank you so much. I just wanted to remind everyone that Bingothon Winter 2022 is in benefit of Fred Hutch, who have earned a global reputation for their track record in discoveries of cancer, infectious disease, and basic research, including important advances in bone marrow transplantation, HIV prevention, immunotherapy, and COVID-19 vaccines. So as you can hear, Fred Hutch is an absolutely amazing cause to donate for. And I'm so happy to see that we're at $2,270 raised in total so far this event. Now, that means we're $30 away from being at $2,300, which would be absolutely amazing. And wouldn't you know it, if there was one lucky person who were to donate that $30, you would also enter the prize pool for potentially winning the Pokemon Scarlet or Violet digital code provided by Golden Devil, which is one of the many prizes you can win for this event. So there's definitely a lot you can get out of your donations beyond the fact that you're donating towards an amazing cause. So let's see how this final day will go, and thank you everyone for your donations so far.
Okay, so this is the treasure vault, and thanks everyone as well for donating. You might have noticed that Ori currently has no HP and no energy. This is due to some trickery as well, called Zombie Ori, where you save after dying. That basically respawns you without health. We just didn't have energy to begin with.
Yeah, and in
And-
the story game, Ori doesn't die when it has 0 health. It dies when it takes damage, and it's a 0 health. So
Yes,
you can run around with 0 health. Oh no.
you can't get squished with 0 health though.
Yes.
And this is the treasure trove of Grotto. This is called Grotto Vault because it's behind 4 energy, and it usually has something important. And in this case, it had double jump, so now we can jump in the air, and a jump grade, which made all our jumps just a little bit higher, as you might be able to tell. This will be more obvious if we get any more jump grades. I don't know how many there are in the pool, but wow, okay, that's quite a bit. Oh, there's the second one. It can get to a point where you don't actually need any more skills, because you just have so much height from double jumps that you can just go everywhere. Okay, talking about mapstones in this game usually provide you with knowledge of the map and what the map looks like, but since we've, as random players, have played the game numerous times, we know our way around the map, so whenever you put in a mapstone, you don't get that information on the map, but rather a randomized pickup as well. And on top of that, to avoid people just taking one mapstone to all the mapstone altars and just save scumming the entire thing, it's basically where the first mapstone always gives you the same item, the second mapstone put in always gives you the same item, regardless of where you put it in, so you can't really do that. So what can happen is, of course, that you have to wait for mapstone 9 to be something important. In that case, you'd have to find all the randomized mapstones and put them in all the right places. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And it also means that Ernest will put in that mapstone again, even though it was just 23 XP.
Yeah, because it will be 20 XP all the time.
Also, this is just cleanup. We've been in this area before, and there are just numerous pickups, since that is the area you're supposed to get double jump in, where there's double jump locked pickups. I think you didn't get the one next to double jump tree?
I didn't.
Huh?
It was the wrong TP.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but now we have plenty of skills. You will probably go to Glades, or what's your plan here?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do some quick checks here with double jump, and then gonna head into Glades for, and then probably towards Blackwood for our first bingo tile.
Yeah, that would be pretty good to see what we have to do.
Wait, didn't I find?
You might need to... Huh. Okay. Charge Flame being weird. So that was Charge Flame. You basically just charge up Sign and release, and then you have this explosion that destroys plants as well, and you can use it to be far away. So yeah, this is a fairly slow start. It's really common, unfortunately, that you kind of just get wall interaction and blue break, and then you have the entire right side open to you. But that just means more Ori, and that's something I approve of.
Something was wrong in my settings.
Oh.
Now it works.
Okay.
Ow. Okay, this was not.
The jump upgrades. It's so weird when you're used to a certain jump height and then it's just that much higher.
Yeah, it makes all their jumps higher. Wall jumps out of water are just, it's crazy to think that they come higher, but it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Look, we're at the starting area. Only
Yes.
like 25 minutes in the run.
So this is where you normally start when you play the randomizer and don't have random spawn enabled. And this is also where the base game starts. So yeah, we will have to go through certain areas. Luckily with the Alt-R ability we don't have to do certain things here, like for example fight the Frankies that are coming up. We also don't have to save here. Normally in the...
spawn, we don't spawn the Frankies because we already have sign. We don't get the sign pickup.
Oh, true.
Just for this one pickup here.
Yes. It's a keystone, which is really nice. We might need to open a certain amount of keystone doors for the board, have a certain amount of keystones in the inventory, and stuff like that. So now we're getting into Blackroot Burrows, and you can see on the bingo board that we need to go there to touch the map altar. So that's what we're gonna do. Blackroot is the darkness area of this game, where you have to maneuver around. Platforms appear and disappear depending on whether you can see them or not, and all those shenanigans. And it's also the area of auto-scrollers. Luckily, we can skip most of them thanks to the Alt-R ability. We just have to do some of it, especially in the last room of this darkness area. And we can use the double jumps and the jump upgrades.
Sure, that was perfect, but okay.
Oh god. The wall jumps. Just look at them. Okay, so just as a recap, this is Discovery Bingo, so we will have to complete a goal to see the surrounding tiles. Currently we're working towards the Touch This Map Alter Blackroot goal, and we are, well, halfway through this area, at least the slow part of it. And this is a Metroidvania, so the start is kind of slow, but we're getting there. Double jump and jump upgrades are really helpful. So now comes the mandatory or semi-mandatory cycle-based platforming we need to do. We just have to get to the top of it to get the statue that you can see in the background to move upwards to lighten up the area and continue onwards. So now you can see that. Are you gonna do any shenanigans with saving here? And if so, which one?
Stack 2 cutscenes on top of each other, so we can move during the cutscene and skip another one later.
Yeah, there's like 3 different cutscenes here, I think, and you can stack them on top
So
of each other.
skipping this one where the light turns on, so you can move during it, and then we're gonna stack the cutscene of watching the tree on top of it, so we can move during that one as well.
Yeah, and then in the final step, you can move during the tree animation. Wow, you're just getting a lot of energy. And that is what we're seeing here. Some blind movement. The game now saves here. And it's an ability cell. So skipping it for now because we don't need them. We have 7 currently, which are mostly used for skipping some cutscenes as before. This is a rekindle skip where we rekindle while pulling the lever. That makes the game think we constantly are pulling the lever, and that allows us to go through this area because normally you're supposed to like dash around to beat this lever, but since we don't have bash, well, that doesn't really work. And now we jump over the boulder. We need to make sure to stay out of vision range of it, because there is a Frankie here that is very helpful. Say hi to Marvin, everyone. And he is mostly useful because he is stomping for us. He doesn't really stomp a peg here, at least not without bash or anything. But there is an area here that you can see, and the Frankie can stomp this floor to allow us access to that area. So we need to keep him alive, because he's the only Frankie that doesn't respawn, or one of the only ones. Okay. Well, don't kill Marvin.
He's still alive. Nothing happened.
Nothing to see here. So we also touched the map altar, but since we
reset, we need to touch it again
since
now.
we didn't save afterwards, it didn't remember. Okay, we touched the map altar. Now we have enter Mount Horror and Sorrow Pass, get pickups from health cells 11, and get BRB right laser AC. One of them we could technically do right now. We could technically get to the right laser AC, but it's not a fun time. It requires us to lure Marvin over.
Yeah, without with these skills, it's doable, but it's difficult.
Yes, so we're gonna look for some more skills first. So it looks like that's kind of the agenda here, just looking for more skills. Fairly slow start. There's a pickup up here that we can access, and these are the lanterns that I was talking about earlier that are specifically locked by grenades, so there's no other way to get to them other than going out of bounds, which we're not doing. So
Another
this.
energy cell.
So the randomizer. Sorry.
Sorry, the game is just throwing energy at us.
Yes.
It's not very usual that we have this much energy.
So this game, the randomizer of this game is just a modified version of the DLL of the game. And yeah, as Xenesis explains, it uses the website for generating the seeds and for displaying them. And the boards especially. And, ooh, water vein, very nice. That is one of the keys that is required to get into certain dungeons, in this case, the Ginso tree. This is also tree number 3, and after 3 trees we get a hint. We currently only need the sandstone hint because we spawned with the Gumon seal and just got the water vein. But since this is only tree number 3, the hint could be on tree number 6 or number 9, so... hopefully it's number 6.
The clues in the randomizer, because the normal game mode is forced trees where you get all the pickup the skill locations. and you have to finish the game, which is in Horu, so you need at least the water vein and the sunstone to finish the game. And without the clues, which is just a wild goose hunt for the right location. So we put it in so you at least know in which area of the map it is, so you don't need to search the entire game.
Yeah, pretty much. For bingo, of course, it's more important to gain access to those areas. I think you have the teleporters in, right? Like,
Yeah, bonus slide the teleport.
Exactly. Okay, so you could get into those without needing the keys, but okay, that's funny. Without needing the keys, but that's also like just a wild goose hunt. So about the funny warp, that warp literally places you like 10 spaces above. It's not that far off of where it was, so we can get to there easily. It is fairly time consuming to go there, but at the same time, warping takes 8 seconds, I think, so just walking there is probably faster.
Yeah, you can skip the 4 energy door, but since you have so much energy, I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah. Okay, so we're mostly getting trees because one, there could be goals on that, like get these trees or get this amount of trees. And second of all, they give the hints.
And I'm also just checking the dense areas because there's more pickups in these areas, so there's more chance you can find something interesting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I need to go to Ginzo, but...
And it's also important to note that we need sandstone or a way to get into Horo because we need to enter the Mount Horo area on C4 here. So, yeah, we need to look out for that. We also need to get a lot of health cells or pick up from health cells. So hopefully we'll get access to some areas that have a bunch of them. I actually am not good with remembering where they all are. I hope you are. Energy Leech is one of those bonus items. Ooh, Ginzo Teleporter and Sunstone. Okay. All our needs for access to dungeons is completely satisfied.
Leech is very stacked with all things, just...
all the good things.
All the good things.
Okay, but Energy Leech, as I was starting to explain, is one of those bonus light skills that allows you to regain energy every time you attack an enemy. So if you're low on energy, just use Sign and you will get back some energy. This is a cutscene that you can skip. However, since there is potentially a goal to get this teleporter and you don't get the teleporter if you skip the cutscene, watching this is kind of required. Because we don't know if we need it or not.
Yeah, the teleporter pickup is also in the item pool, but then you need to search the entire game for it, so just easier to take the cutscene.
And here Sign kind of explains us, these are the 3 dungeons, they each have a dungeon key that you need to open it, and we really need to restore all 3 dungeons to be able to restore the land, pretty much. Okay, now we're entering an area called Valley of the Wind. There's a few pickups here that we can get, but mainly we would need some more skills to progress. Either Bash or Stomp. Because there is another peg that needs to be stomped here. We can't do that yet, not really at least. And since this isn't a mode where those doors aren't existing, we kind of would require to get those. There's one more pickup up here, so that's what we're getting. There's also another lantern, and lighting lanterns could be a goal, potentially. But for now, we can't really access it. Another map stone, really nice in case the progression for the seed is on map stones. But other than that, this is a slow start for sure. We don't progress to the right because that is very, very slow to progress, and doesn't really have a lot of pickups. Oh, is that the Ginso play?
Yeah.
Ooh, very cool. So since we have the Ginso teleporter, we don't need to worry about having 8 keystones, since we only have 4. But we can get in there. It's a fairly dense area. There's a bunch of golds that could be in here. So just going through the area with kind of the intended skill set. We have wall jump, we have double jump, we have charge flame. The only addition is grenade, but grenade doesn't really change anything. So
Higher jump. We also have a lot higher jumps. Our jumps are just
yes, so that
rocket
will
boosts.
make it a lot easier. So we can do everything up until the bash tree. Since we don't have bash, we can continue because of the aforementioned higher jumps. Ooh, clean water. Also, you could see that the incomplete animation in the tree just changes because of that, which is really nice. But yeah, we could continue further up, but it's not really that fast, so you'll have to decide if you want to go to Banana Stand or not.
Depends on the keystones as well, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Ginso TP, so you can go to Banana Stand and then just TP to the TP.
Yeah, that's true. I need the block.
So yeah, normally what the game kind of intends you to do is to use both blocks, but as you can see, even without skills, you can just use one of them. So the second one is really just there for, I don't know, if you're really lost. And of course, in the first playthrough, you might not think that advanced, so it's understandable, but for the speed sake of it, no one ever uses the second one. Also, don't be confused, Ernest doesn't actually have that much energy, although it looks like it. There's a temporary mega energy on there that gets used up as you use it, so that is... It makes it look like more. Also, Ginso did have 3 keystones so far already, so... That's a bunch. Yep,
There's
4th
the
keystone.
Yeah,
Which
so
kind-
mega energy, there's also mega health in the game, and they add 5 of each one temporarily.
Yes, exactly. Also, the amount of keystones kind of makes me think that the game expects you to be here, because...
Yeah. The water vein was also in a pretty easy location. Oh.
Ooh! Okay, dash will help speed things up. It's, as you might expect, a dash. You can dash on the ground with the upgrades that Henry just got. You can Emma's just got. You can also dash in the air, or charge towards an enemy. You have charge flame.
Forgot.
Yeah, so you can redirect these shots with a number of skills. The most easy one would be bash, but we don't have that, so charge flame
This one
is tricky because sign moves constantly, and you kind of have to align the shot with sign to... Oh, that looks... Oh... So yeah, this isn't easy, but it's definitely better than having to wait. I mean, you could also, I guess, just
gonna skip this pickup.
Yeah, fair. Hopefully it's nothing important.
Spikes, not that.
Not quite high enough.
No. Need health. Oh, what?
Wait, those friendly spikes, what the heck?
I did not know those were there.
Yes, same. Learning something new every day. Okay, this might be a bit tricky to actually do. So just skipping it for now.
BRB
Do you want to
again.
progress the board, or what's the idea here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the right laser. Maybe.
Okay.
Not sure.
Dash definitely simplifies this lure.
Yeah.
Also, putting in this map stone just another keystone, but we might need all those resources, so. And saving afterwards for the refill. Good choice. Okay. So, as we explained, Marvin is one of the only enemies that doesn't respawn, so we need to be very careful. He dies off of these spikes, he dies off of these crushers, so we need to be very deliberate with where we lure him, so... this
he
could
also
take a
dies
few
when he
attempts,
jumps
or...
in the crushers.
Yeah. There's also something to be said, a Frankie, which is what we call these enemies, basically has two jumping modes, far and high, and not as far and not as high. And the further, if you are far away, he jumps not as high and not as far. So you kind of have to be careful about your positioning towards the Frankie in order to lure him. Oh god, I was scared for a second. That was
was
the
Marvin
animation
that
of
died.
you dying, not of the Frankie dying. Okay. It's the one on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking grenade tree first.
Nah, it's probably better to just see what's on there. Okay. So this pickup above us is what the goal requires us to take, so we will see more of the board. Visit Stomp Tree and visit 10 trees. For reference, there's 10 trees in the game that you can visit.
First trees now?
Well, it's technically 11, yes, since sign is counted in the tracker towards a tree.
Yeah,
and
but
if you
not in
only
the
count
bingo
trees, it's only 9 because there's a skill that you don't acquire on a tree, but that you get directly from our not Shrek friend Kuro. That is Feather. Ooh. That's actually a neat warp. This is called a rocket jump. Pretty much if you charge dash towards an enemy and you cancel that charge dash immediately, like on the same frame with a jump, you just get propelled upwards. Ooh, nice. Like you pretty much just cancel out the deceleration. That works in most directions. Mostly it's used upwards. There's also some instances where you use it downwards, but since you can just fall down, it's not that commonly used. Getting up is way harder, as you might be able to imagine. So the inner swamp EC is really nice for getting towards Stomp Tree, so... And we can get everything in that area, so that might be a good consideration for the next thing. I don't know what your plans are there.
Yeah, I think probably towards the Stomp Tree, it's a board. There's a lot of pickups if you want to swim.
So we don't need the trees for hints anymore, because we have all the dungeon keys, but we obviously have the visit trees goal. So we still need to go to all the other trees in order to complete it. Okay, so this is the swamp area, the inner swamp area to be exact. We've been to swamp before, but not to this part. Normally you get here after the Ginso escape. Or you can get there by breaking the some floors and ceilings that are around here. You can rocket jump off of this spitter to get up here. And there's multiple variants to get to the pickups on the right that don't require stomp. Okay, activate the Spirit Well Mount Horu, stomp each peg, Death Gauntlet Roof, L4, Sorrow Laser Area, and Horu Fields TP. So we definitely need stomp. We've known that before. There's one pickup we can't pick up here, which is the one on the top. I think technically you could redirect the projectile a bunch, but no one wants to do that. And you can probably get up either. Okay.
So the game really wants us to go to horror or get stomped.
Yes. It absolutely does. Okay, so you'll probably take a dip here. This swim is fairly slow, and normally that's why people don't go there, but we're kind of running out of options. There's still a bunch to do, but it's mostly miscellaneous pickups that we didn't get earlier. So this area is kind of dense compared to that still. Also, the game, the randomizer, introduced this very nice option to use mouse aim for swim. So you have the 360 advantage of a controller even on KBM.
On top of this being just one of the only dense areas, the last in-logic pickup we got was water, was clean water. So maybe
Yeah,
the
that's
logic expects us to swim.
There's also like the grenade locked swim, or like the swims in glades, I guess.
Yeah.
Those are 3 pickups that we can acquire. Did you check
I
fake
checked
flippers before?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So that's 3 new pickups relatively close to each other. The first one here, where we jump into the water while the cutscene is playing to just be able to start
so war
from the
pipe.
low. Yes, here's a Mario pipe. One of the references of the game.
That's a lot of experience.
Okay, maybe the game didn't expect you to go to Ginso? Where was
We
Watervane
found
again?
everything in logic. It was just in Glades, I think.
Huh. Grove. I don't remember where exactly it was. Oh, it was...
It was a sea flame.
Yeah. Interesting. Don't forget the fake flippers pickup.
I think it was just XP. I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So the next sense area is probably Spider Sack?
Yeah. Just gonna check fake flippers first.
Yes.
Glades.
So yeah, also one of the very creative names we came up with. This is the laser in Glades, so it's called the Gladeser. And above there's a pickup that is locked behind a grenade. So that's called Grenadeser. Very creative indeed. Is this even randomized? Vanilla energy cell here. But now, yeah. Spider Sack area. It is also very creatively named where there's a spider sack in that area, so go figure. Go figure where names come from. Dang, the double jump with the jump grades is just really nice. Really convenient. Skipping another cutscene here with the rekindled skip. And then there's the so-called progression vault, because for some reason it just always says progression. Maybe this time around as well.
Might.
You might also possibly go towards sense. I don't know what your plan is with skills or abilities.
Haven't really thought about it. More
Another
energy.
energy cell. For reference, there's a total of 15 energy cells in the game.
I have 11 now.
Yes. So... Oh, wow.
That's a lot of attack upgrades.
Yeah, enemies are just not gonna be a problem. So yeah, this is the spider sack that we just dropped. Another map stone. Oh god. There's a peg here that we're supposed to stomp. Ooh. That doesn't really unlock anything.
We can get glide free now.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah. We have this Wilhelm
Oh, but how do you get up?
rocket jump.
Oh, true.
We just need to
Just jump up there.
jump up there, yes. We need to glitch the cutscene, but
Yeah.
other than that, no. Just glitching a cutscene, normal stuff.
Yeah. So there's, it's actually not glitching at cutscene. It's also like not only that,
Stacking,
it's also like
which
stacking
sticks,
two on top of each
yeah,
other.
it sticks to cutscenes, which makes it so you don't die.
Yeah. Okay, so what's gonna happen is that you want to. How do you actually do it with your current skills?
You can dash glide.
Oh yeah, you dash glide. So what you want to do is you want to move through the one cutscene trigger so far you land on the other one while the first one is still playing, and that basically deactivates the instant kill plane that the first cutscene would normally get to you.
Like that.
Yes. So yeah, we just stacked the two cutscenes
Yes.
and did
But we
interesting
need to
stuff.
make sure that we don't die now,
Yes.
because if we die, we're stuck in an infinite death.
And you also can't save currently, at least
Nope.
not manually. Like, you can't use energy to make save points. You can only currently save on trees and on teleporters or after cutscenes. So, Ernest, I am so sorry, also needs to make sure that he doesn't die and that he reloads after getting the tree, so he
That's
can
the hard
actually
part.
save again.
I constantly forget that I need to reload.
Yes, I will remind you. Okay, we need to lure this frog in a very particular position to be able to do this rocket jump. And then we need to climb up here. Normally you require Stomp or something, but this is Wilhelm. Wilhelm is a very trusty, helpful frog, because he destroys the rocks for us.
Yes,
And this
we
gets
call
rid
him
of the kill
Wilhelm
plane.
because he screams like Wilhelm when you throw him off the cliff.
Yeah, we will hopefully see that later. It might
be a
even
bingo
goal.
board as well.
Yeah. So this is the one tree that isn't actually a tree, because we get a skill here, but not from a skill tree. So it counts towards the trees. Okay,
Reload.
yes, reload. Very important. Now we can save again and decide where to go. I don't actually know where logic is wanting you to go.
There's some pickups here and there.
Did your skill sense?
No.
No. Okay, yeah. You still have Rainbow Ori.
Yes.
Oh god, Valley Long Swim?
Guess if I'm here, sure.
Okay, so there's pretty much two very, very obnoxious swims in this game, because you have to activate them with a grenade, and they are very long. One of them is Valley Long Swim, which we're in right now. And it has like one pickup, so it's not even several pickups. And usually it's fairly useless. Maybe this time around it will be something useful. Come on, game. No.
Experience. Can't do anything there. Sure.
What's left in Forlorn? Oh,
the
Forlorn
plants
entry.
and outside.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine there was some good skill hidden all along. That would have been very, very rude of the seed. Oh, also the mapstone, right?
No, I turned it in because we got a mapstone in the beginning.
Oh, true. Yeah, usually Forlorn is an area that is not commonly seen, because the most common goal mode for this randomizer is forest trees, and there just isn't a tree in this area. So normally people just avoid this area at all costs, because you can also see without the right skills it's a very slow area, because you have to transport the orb and wait for cycles.
Forlorn is a pretty dense area.
Yeah, it's a pretty dense area, but if you don't really have a reason to go here, just don't go there. Okay, so there's this plant we couldn't get when we started here.
Just a keystone.
Wait. How many keystones do you currently have? Is that an 11? Yeah, right?
Yes, it is 11.
Okay. I think you already got that pickup. Oh, that's clever.
Making my life easier.
That I've never considered doing, but that is so clever. There's some cutscenes here, so yeah. Sign is explaining to us that this is the orb from the Gumon that built this place, and it's safe to use, and we've already used it.
Yeah. My
Then there's
bingo board
this-
is telling me that I have 5 tiles, but you can only see 3 that I have currently.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what this forlorn entry area does have for us. This is, by the way, all not considered to be in logic, so the randomizer doesn't...
Oh,
Oh! That was in logic. Hi, Charge Jump. Charge Jump is a very powerful ability, especially... Sorry.
I'm just thinking out loud, don't worry.
Especially in combination with Grenade and one other skill called Climb, which is then called... which enables us to do a trick called Grenade Jump, so hopefully we'll get to see it. But for now, Charge Jump is just really, really comfy for doing more stuff. And especially with the jump upgrades, and now the skill velocity upgrades. I don't know if that applies to it. It definitely applies to dash.
Jump applies to skill velocity and jump upgrades.
Interesting. Okay. So we're making our way towards horror now, because... First of all, there's a bunch of goals we can do there. Well, for now we can mostly do... enter both areas. Oh, just do the funny Baneling strat. Yes, funny Baneling strat. So for some reason this Baneling kind of saves the momentum you give it. And when it gets released, that happens. Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, this Baneling
I'm dead.
deals a lot of damage.
But there's still a cutscene.
Yes. I was very confused about that. that I've never seen that before. Whoa, nice.
Plants work.
Oh god. Okay, health regen. Health regen for the most part just works as an additional health. Because if you get 3 damage but you have 3.01 HP from health regen, then you don't die. Just push it, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted the Baneling gone first.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so the 2 trees we're missing are currently really hard to get to. One of them is in Sorrow Pass, which we also need to access. I'm surprised you haven't been in Sorrow Pass yet.
I mean, we have the TP, but
Oh,
without
yeah.
our jump, we couldn't have done anything there. We could not get anywhere. We were stuck
Yeah,
at the
but
TP.
like, doesn't Cross Purge already count as Sorrow?
Yeah, but not for the...
Not for the
For the
goal.
goal.
Okay, interesting.
The game
Yeah,
says
there's-
it's Sorrow on the map, but...
There's some weird area overlaps, and in some places it's not really clear where areas start. If you open the map and focus on a certain point, you can figure out where it is in the game map, but that doesn't necessarily align with the Bingo Goals map. Okay, we have the TP. So get each pickup Spider Energy Door, Sorrow Grenade XP, and Sorrow Health Cell. Visit this event location, Gumon Seal. Yeah, I can tell we are not gonna be underestimated.
Yes, this is a very slow board.
Yeah, it's a slow board and a slow seed. Okay, we got the mini boss here. Get pickups from mapstone fragments 8. Okay.
But 9.
Which ones did we miss?
We don't have
Sorrow,
Horror.
obviously, and Horror. Oh, yeah.
And Valley.
Wait, did you get Horror?
No, the Horror.
Oh, true,
mapstone
there's
fragment
9
is at the
mapstone
top,
fragments. Yeah, of course.
and the Horror mapstone fragment is at the top. So we don't have, but I don't think we can reach anymore right now.
Yeah. And enter this area. Misty Woods just got unlocked because of that. Yeah, that is an easy thing to do as well. Oh god, do you really want to do that right now?
I was thinking about it, but at least we have the board, the bingo card.
Yes. So now we're just
Get it
gonna
to
enter Misty Woods real quick. Or yeah, do you plan on doing the area?
Come to this pickup, but I can do it. I can.
I think you might want to turn off skill velocity for that, or jump grades at least. This is very particular, so not getting this in the first 3 tries is understandable. Pretty much what you want to do is project the charge jump braking ability towards the charge dash. Yeah, now we're getting sense. It's this ability. What are your sense colors? Green to red?
Green to purple.
Purple. Okay. So it's kind of this hot-cold thing where whenever you're close to an important pickup, like a skill, your color changes. And in Ernest's case, it changes to purple, so it will be fairly noticeable. Yes, there's a ledge there.
Yes, the game has ledges on top of the map, because why not?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh god. Ah!
Yeah.
Very
Made it.
scary. Oh, nice refill. Whenever you get a health cell or energy cell, it completely restores your resource.
So this area is made to be played with glide, which we don't have right now. So that makes it a lot more difficult.
Die to each thing. Ginso Escape, Frontier, Stomp Rhino, and Lost Grove Laser. Okay, open purple doors. We actually need to open one more purple door in this area to get to the Gumon Seal, which is what we're currently after.
Tree. Yeah. We still
And the
need
tree,
10
yes.
trees.
Yeah. That's at least something on the way. We already opened the lower Ginso mini-boss purple door, so that was already unlocked when we saw the card. Yeah, this is gonna be a long board.
Wind, clean,
Sorry,
and warm
Bingothon.
return.
We're not keeping you on schedule.
We also need the wind, restored clean
Yes.
water, and warmth return. Great.
So you'll probably need glide. I don't know how proficient you are in
I
glideless
mean,
wind
wind
escape.
restored is the start of the.
Oh, true.
We don't need to complete it for that.
Is there a card in theory that requires you to get the plant at the end? I think there
I
is.
think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that's not on the board as well.
Yeah, the escape is very hard without glide.
And if you manage to do it without glide, you can join Team Forlorn, which is only of the best
I think
random
I have
players.
done it without glide before.
What?
I think I have done it without glide before.
Ooh, you're part of Team Forlorn. Really nice. So yeah, these lasers change every time you jump off the ground. They don't change, or off walls. They don't change for double jumps. And that's how you get through that area. And the entire gimmick of this area is that it changes every time you touch a keystone or collect a tree.
No.
And as Ernest said, you're supposed to have glide, so
And
a
climb
lot of
right
this
now. Yeah.
is just themed
The
around
charge
that.
jump does really help because the game is not expecting you to have charge jump here. You
Yeah.
can skip a lot of things with charge jump.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, don't have my movement bonuses on.
Okay, and that is pretty much the hard part for glide done. Or without glide. Okay, I spoke too soon. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, this
That is
pickup
the
is
last section.
challenging.
Oh, no.
You need to save. Can help.
Hmm.
I mean, it's nothing important, so maybe I should skip it.
Yeah, probably. Hey, you get up.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. We've got a $25 donation from iBot02, who's our wonderful tech here. Without a comment, but thank you very much for your donation. I can say this donation has gone towards the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword file name Bid War, towards Shut Up Fi, which means that now Shut Up Fi has overtaken Clock Pause, with Clock Pause being at $50 and Shut Up Fi at $59. So this run is still a few hours away. You still have time, but it will be a close call between those two name choices. So you can definitely still donate to change the outcome, or you could even bring in a new name into the mix. So thank you everyone, and let's reach that 2.3k.
Yeah, let's go towards that. We're almost done with this Misty Woods area. We just need to carry this orb to the other side. This is the entire reason Ori goes there in the first place in the vanilla game, to gain access to Forlorn Ruins. We of course already have that access, but we have the goal to acquire Gumon Seal on the board, and that is how we do that. So we just need to avoid these slimes, but since we have a bajillion attack upgrades, we can just kill them. And now we reach... Yeah, this platform, and there's a bunch of cutscenes. So... Yeah, this game has a lot of cutscenes. Highly recommend for the story. And we don't spoiler anything, because Sign doesn't really tell you anything.
No, we just muted sign.
Yes. Okay, with that we have that done. We have various things to do and not really enough skills to do so, what would be a big game changer right now would be Bash. Bash is the most powerful game skill of the game. We also have the... Oh, and we got to see some more goals, and it seems like we've already completed some more goals. Kit pickups from energy cells. And we have a bingo as well, because we've already activated 10 spirit wells. I would be interested if the warps count towards that. Ooh, it's Ginzo escape time.
We have another stomp part as well.
Oh, and also you changed colors. I think there's something in Banana Stand.
Oh. Thanks for noticing. Okay, there is something in Banana Stand. And we
Of
skipped
course
it earlier.
There's
It was
always
not in
something
logic,
in Banana Stand.
It might be in logic earlier, I'm not sure. Not this one. No.
Oh god, the bait. This is the one colorful pickup that is absolutely useless. Why are you not taking the warp, by the way? Oh,
Because we need clean water.
yeah, and
For
that's by the end
conservation.
of the escape. That's not the start.
Oh yeah, but there's pickups here as well.
Yeah, that's true.
3 pickups. Who knows? Another jump rate.
Jumps are truly the most powerful thing.
And
but I
double
don't think
jump.
you can activate the escape, actually. You would have to fall down from it.
It would be hard.
Yeah. Also, don't
Wow.
forget to die to a
frog.
Frankie in the escape.
To one of the two Frankies, actually.
Yes.
We almost have the entire board visible now.
Yes. Exactly. Okay. Where's the first Frankie? There's one.
Can I stay here?
You're in an escape. I don't think it's possible.
Kill me.
Okay. Just don't die now because it will not sink it.
Yeah, I know. Just need to do the reverse escape. No.
So normally you have water chasing you, so you can only move upwards. But since we didn't start the escape, we also didn't start the animation for water following you. I think that's all the pickups. So now we can actually finish the escape and get that clean water pickup. Or, well, we already have the clean water pickup, but we visit the location of clean water. And you can see with the lanterns there, you're supposed to have Bash. Okay, we got that. You can die to the rhino here. That is.
No, we don't have stomp. We can't get to the rhino.
Oh, true.
Just checking the pickup next to the tree.
Yeah. With sense, we can at least check stuff relatively. Ooh, nice.
Not that I don't have enough energy, but sure.
What about fall-on approach from valley side?
We can't break the floor to go
Oh,
there.
true.
We need to climb or stomp.
True.
I'm gonna recheck Swamp Loop.
Yeah, and you can probably just sense check some of horror.
Oh?
Oh?
No.
We changed colors, so there's something there. And I think we've got all the useless stuff out of the way. There's only skills left that can be sensed.
Yeah, we have our TPs, so that's a
Yeah,
nice
we have
warp.
all the TPs. Warp to Sunstone Plant. That is actually really nice, because I think we need to... No, we don't need to visit it. Well, never mind. Is that the plant? It should be the plant, right? Yeah. No?
What's this
Oh,
pickup,
it's the
I think?
ability cell. I see.
Wind!
Oh, okay, that was the last useless stuff for us right now.
I mean,
Oh.
it's useful, but we need glide first.
Oh, god. I spoke too soon. I am so sorry.
Now we might have all the useful things out. Useless things out.
Yeah. Oh,
Another
god.
color.
Iceless. Okay. Well, you can just go straight to Iceless at least now. Oh god, it's...
It's the
Is
same
that the
pickup.
ability cell at the top? No, it's also
Let's
Iceless,
get
right?
out of the way.
Okay,
But
there's
there's
nothing
nothing
on map stones. That's good.
Oh.
Yes! Okay.
Now we need wind!
Yes. Which
Where
one
was
was wind? I think it was the ability cell? Yeah. No, the ability cell was... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was wind.
So now we can do Sorrow. The Sorrow Spike Maze.
Yeah. Can we do...
We can do the... we can't really do a lot. Oh, you should
We
do
can enter
Wind
Horu
Escape.
now from...
You should do Wind Escape for the Stomp Hint.
Yeah,
because
we can do that.
now we have Glide. And we need Stomp for pretty much everything.
And we need to go forlorn anyway.
Yeah. Nothing on this pickup. This particular pickup was very interesting in one of the tournaments we had, because no one knew you were supposed to get there. So no one ever went there and realized it was the one thing you were supposed to do. Yeah, getting the map stone as well. Yeah, you don't need to put in map stones. There's nothing on there.
Yeah, but there might be cards with dungeon maps and pedestals, so we don't know every card. So.
Yeah, but it's... Yeah, that's
Who
true.
knows?
That's true.
We need the health cell as well.
Not like we have a bajillion health.
Wait, can we break it? Yeah.
Nice. I wonder
I
how
was
many
focused
jump
more.
grades you need to just be able to charge jump at the top and immediately break the ceiling. Or if that's even possible. Yeah, the Sorrow Grenade XP we need to get, so don't forget to get that. It's a goal. That's this pickup.
Oh, my skill velocity.
Now we just zoom in through the world. Even more. At this point it's really dangerous because like you just have to be really careful not to just dash
Ooh,
into. Ooh,
that
that's
helps.
really helpful actually. Because
Yes, dash is dangerous.
yeah.
Because dash also resets your hit countdown. So
Yeah,
I
just
guess,
fall on next. I wouldn't have TP'd to the health cell, that's...
But I need
You
to
can't
die
get
to
out
the
of
blaze
there.
wall. Need to
But
die
it's
to
2
the blaze
pickups.
wall.
I'm pretty sure you can't get out of there.
Oh, I can't, but I need to blaze it.
Oh, true.
So,
You... Did you save after the health? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So now we're just gonna do the escape. Funny thing is, you don't actually need to open the door, like, ever. You can just dash away from it. And it plays the cutscene. And after the cutscene, you're placed inside of the door. You can only do it once, though, so if you need to revisit, you have to open the door. Okay, so now to Ernest's favorite music of the game. This is the Forlorn Escape. And also, of course, the event location went restored, so we've visited that. The only thing left is then Warmth Returned, which is the end of the game. So we'll probably leave that for last, depending on whether we have the goal of completing that escape as well. Okay, let's find out where that stump is. My guess would be probably Sorrow. We've cleared a lot of the other stuff already. Or Horu. Horu would be also horrible.
can't be stump.
Hmm?
The stump can be stump locked in one, so that's...
Yeah. That is true. Okay, almost through. By the way, while we're doing this, since Stomp and Grenade are the only hard-locking skills in the randomizer, we made a hint at the end of the Fallen Escape, as you will be able to see in the moment. So Stomp is in Grove. There's the Grenade pickup you didn't check. There's some of Horror Fields, I think, left. And there's Death Gauntlet Roof.
Yeah,
probably.
that gauntlet might be.
Yeah. We'll have to see. So this is the
Because
Grove
it can't
area.
be Buttercell stuff.
Oh, did you get the pickup that
Let's get this one.
only is randomized since this?
Yeah, the 100 XP.
Okay.
And then the wall.
Did you
Okay,
check
any
the underwater pickup? Yeah, you did.
It's so it
Oh,
can
and the
only
4 energy
be,
door in the water is
can only
a
be
grove
that
as well.
yeah, there.
Glades TP probably.
Or Grotto TP.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is faster really.
I would think Glades is probably faster because you just have to dash to the left, right. On the other hand, from here you also just have to dash to the left, so probably same, different. Yes, there's the. Oh
Something
wow,
here as
there's
well.
something else.
Oh.
Oh. And we have grenade jumps, but we don't need them because we're fastest already. Okay, now we can just complete all the goals. Or do you need bash?
Do I need dash? Not sure.
I think not. Yeah, no, you should be fine without it. There's nothing that specifically requires bash, and all of those areas are easily accessible without it that you need to get to. So now we're stomping pegs. We need to stomp the horror fields to P1, the death gauntlet roof, the upper one, and the that's the ones in this area. We also still need the charge jump tree. We need to die to the Lost Grove laser and the Stomp Rhino. And the Door Warp Lava and the Dorito Caves. Denied by the spider.
I don't know if I took damage.
I think you did. Also, if you're wondering why the heck is Water Dash in this game, this is underwater skill usage that lets you dash here underwater. Okay. So that's a few more pegs, and one of them that we needed. And now is time for some... First of all, the tree, and then some very, very delicious spikes.
I love Doritos.
Yes. Hashtag not sponsored. Wow. So this is the final tree we need. And then we can just go to the right, open the door, and die to the spikes real quick. We also need one pickup from ability cells still. I don't know which one is the fastest. Probably on the way to Lost Grove. Is there one left? No, I think you got all of them.
There are 2 in Lost Grove.
Okay, we died to the spike maze. Don't die now. What is your goal right now?
We need this spec, right?
Ah, okay.
Who cares about lasers, right?
Yeah.
No. The easiest mapstone fragment is invalid.
Yes. Now we can just stomp that floor and go there where it is. And there's also ability cells there.
That's a lot of ability cells right there. Oh, like this one.
Yes. This one is called Fax. Frick this ability cell skip for some people, but more importantly, I don't actually remember the proper name. But that is the final mapstone fragment that we needed. We only not see one currently. One goal. And
Thinking about the health cells, but like
yeah,
the
I've also been thinking about that. But this is pretty much just cleanup. This is what I was alluding to in the beginning, where most of the goals will just be completed at the end of the game. So now we're just gonna die to the rhino real quick.
Do you think we may ever see what the bottom left square could be, even if it doesn't get revealed when the run is done?
It does get completed even if we don't see it. It could be very well already completed. That is most likely the case. There's a bunch of stuff that it could be.
Should also already be completed, actually. But it will get revealed if you get the tiles next to it, so at the end of the run, it will be revealed eventually.
I'm really trying to think where there's health cells on the map that you don't have yet. Because Blackroot doesn't have any health down here, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So...
No.
So yeah, we're just dying to that thing. Then the last thing we need to do is stomp the L4 lower peg, because that will complete both the stomp in peg's goal and the stomp D's peg's goal. And of course, still collect that final health cell. We might just need to open the map real quick, I guess.
Yeah, that can help.
Save? Well, I guess you don't need to save. And we died to the laser. Oh! Okay, that's easy. We're good.
I have enough.
Level up both abilities can lead to a lot of problems, because you need
Sometimes
a lot
it's
of
even
ability
ultra
cells, and
stomp.
there's no way to cheese it, really. Because there's no way to, like, duplicate stuff. Okay, so now we're going to L4 to stomp that final peg.
Oh no, I don't have bash.
Yep,
We
we
need-
don't have bash. There's a door warp here.
Oh yeah,
And since we only need to do the lower one, you can door warp.
from the inside, right?
Yeah, from the inside. We just need to wait for the save. Okay, so how door warp works is that you spam getting into the door or time it. And if you enter the door at the first frame, you kind of confuse the game and get teleported somewhere else. Okay, so that is done now. The only thing left is for us to get a health cell. Oh, yeah, Grotto. Grotto does indeed have health cells.
And then warmth return.
And then warmth is kind of the final thing of the game, and then we're done. We can just skip the final escape
We
in
don't
that
need the
case.
final escape.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but
Nah. We've already stretched Bingothon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're overestimating too much, but
Ah,
I think
Pennington, you've managed to do one of the better squeezes here. So let Tech know when you're ready to call time.
Yeah.
enter the door. But it's when the warmth pickup gets here, it's time. We just need the cutscene, and then we are finished. It's time.
$132.26. Nice full board.
It's almost estimate.
Never mind about being almost estimates, you managed to complete a full board within the allocated time, and that's definitely a rarity here in this marathon, so GG's.
Thanks.
So it seems 2kills laptop is unfortunately blue screen, so unfortunately I don't think they'll be able to provide any last words, but any last thing you'd like to say, Ernesto?
Thanks for letting me get this run. Showcase the Ori randomizer. It was very nice. I think that's about it.
All right. Thank you so much for the run then. Everyone, we'll be right back after a short intermission. Just as a quick warning, the stream will be restarted during the intermission, so don't worry if you see the stream go offline, it is expected. But yes, we'll be right back after a short intermission, after which we'll be going ahead with Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. See you all.